Wouldn't you love for Jesus personally to teach you how to pray? Well, he actually did. Jesus said, "Pray like this." Good morning and welcome to 755 Live. For about 5 minutes, you'll hear all about easy to remember soundbite versions of what Jesus said. And the point is to help you experience life to the fullest the Jesus way. Today's Jesus said comes from Matthew 6, 9 through 13. But we're going to back up a little bit for a little bit of context and start in verse 6. And I'll be reading today from the New King James Version, a more traditional translation, because that's how we hear the Lord's Prayer the most. So Matthew 6, 6, "But you, when you pray, go into your room, and when you have shut your door, pray to your Father who is in the secret place. And your Father who sees in secret will reward you openly." Now, before we go on, this doesn't mean to never pray publicly, but it's just talking about our primary times of prayer, that it's not about show, it's about relationship. And then Jesus gives us this model of prayer in verse 9. "In this manner, therefore pray, Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name, your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And do not lead us into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For yours is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen." Now, unpacking this, this is not a suggestion. Jesus said, when you pray, not if you pray. And another thing that's important to know is that this is a plural prayer. Our prayers are not just personal, but for the entire family of God. And this prayer is plural. Now, we don't have time to go into all the background of this, but rabbis at the time of Jesus would teach their disciples to pray. And they used a pattern that is still used today in Judaism, where you would have kind of an outline of prayer with scriptures based on that. And there were shortened versions and extended versions of this. And so taking that model, I've come up with an acrostic prayer. I love acrostics and acronyms, just to help us remember. And I hope this helps you, okay? So let's see how Jesus taught us to pray with the acronym prayer. P, put it on your calendar. Now from Matthew 6, 6, he said, "But when you pray, go into your private room." When and where is first. What is important for us, we put on our calendar. And so it's very important, first of all, to have a time for prayer. R, remove distractions. Jesus said, "Shut your door and pray to your Father who is in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you." Now, what does that look like? Well, it's going to look different for each of us, but however you can remove distractions for your prayer time, do that. And A, acknowledge our Father. Relate to God as Father. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name, your kingdom come, your will be done. The first part of this prayer is just relating to the Father and understanding who he is, acknowledging him as our Father, not just my Father. And the next part of the prayer, why? This is where we give our requests to God. Give us today our daily bread. And this is a revelation of God's provision. So acknowledge our Father. Why? Your requests. And then E, empty and arm ourselves. Lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from evil. Forgive us as we forgive others. That is how we empty and arm ourselves for the battle of every single day. And then R. This I have learned more from personal experience. Reflect and write it down. As you incorporate this into your prayer life, just like in Habakkuk 2:2, where it says, write down the vision, It really, really makes a difference. So a quick review. First, when you pray, put it on your calendar. When is your daily schedule for prayer? R, remove distractions. How can you focus just on prayer, just on God? And then acknowledge our Father. A, why? Make your request. E, empty and arm yourselves. Lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from evil. Forgive us as we forgive others. And R, reflect and write it down. I hope this is helpful to you. You can find out more about this, and there's a prayer outline as well at pray.today.church. Or if you just go to our website at today.church, you can click pray up above and get to that. Jesus said, pray like this. How can you put that into practice today? Thank you so much for listening. If this is meaningful to you, it does mean a lot when you like it, when you share it, when you comment. I really appreciate you. I hope that you have an amazing day, and I hope this time together has helped you live life to the fullest, the Jesus way. And remember, follow Jesus today. Love first.